going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Canada's proudest achievements. And I'm actually very excited for this topic because, for one thing, Americans, we're not taught about Canada's achievements. We don't have time for that. We gotta learn about American achievements and how great America is. And also, the other thing is, I think that Canadians are just a bit more humble about all this stuff, whereas in America, we're like, America is the best, da 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 da. And it's like a little ridiculous at times. So today, I want to focus on Canadian achievements. I give Canada full permission to just brag away about all the amazing things that have happened in Canada and all the amazing things that Canadians have done throughout history. And the way we're going to learn about this is through this Reddit thread that I found where somebody asked, what is the proudest, most glorious achievement in Canadian history? And what's very fun is that Canadians are going to answer this question. What's the proudest, most glorious, I love that wording, the most glorious achievement in Canadian history? I want to know what Canadians think about this, because goodness knows Americans don't have any thoughts on this that would be of any value. What are some of the most defining moments in Canada's history where they were a shining beacon of hope for all of Canadians to be proud of? Or even the rest of the world, for that matter. Wow. Okay, I'm excited for this one. What do people think about this? Dusting off those old Heritage Minute memories. Heritage Minute memories. What is that? Maybe I can look this up. Heritage Minutes are a series... Oh, this is perfect. Heritage Minutes are a series of 60-second videos depicting important events in Canadian history. Oh, wow. Wait, that's like perfect. Oh my gosh, so there's a bunch of these like, oh, Heritage Minute. It's a minute of Canadian heritage. See, even I can understand this stuff sometimes. That sounds amazing. I'm guessing there's a couple of those. I'm not gonna dive into them all right now, I guess, on this video, but I'm definitely gonna have to react to those in the future. That's amazing. Discovery of insulin. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That is definitely something Canadians should be proud of. A Canadian discovered insulin. Discovery of insulin. In 1921, a young surgeon named Frederick Banting and his assistant Charles Best figured out how to remove insulin from a dog's pancreas. Wow, at the University of Toronto. That's so amazing, man. I can see why that was kind of voted to the top in this discussion, like the top voted comments, because that alone, that has affected so many people. I'm sure most of these proud Canadian moments we're going to learn about have affected millions and maybe billions of people. But this one very in a physical kind of healthcare way affects people's health and well-being. Like, till the end of time, probably. That's just amazing. Discovery of insulin, huge, huge. And giving insulin away for free to the world. It's disgusting that there are pharma companies who make a cent of profit out of selling a life-saving drug given to them for nothing. Oh yes, don't even get me started on the pharma and healthcare in the United States, and it really is ran like a business, like a corporation, and not just the insulin. Everything seems to have a outrageous price, especially here in America, in the way we do healthcare. But this is not a healthcare video, so I will stop myself from ranting further and move on to other of the proudest Canadian moments. The Marathon of Hope comes to mind. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. I reacted to Terry Fox so like a while ago, like a long time, like almost a year ago. And I still think about that. Like Terry Fox, there's nothing like Terry Fox in the United States. No story like that. It's superhuman. And what he did still benefits people to this day with all the money he raises for charity and cancer research, I believe. That's just amazing. Let me look up the Marathon of Hope. Generating. Terry Fox. The Marathon of Hope was a cross-country run by Terry Fox to raise money for cancer research. Fox began the run in St. John's, Newfoundland on April 12th, 1980. He ran the equivalent of a full marathon every day. That's disgusting. Like, in a good way. That's ridiculous. That's unbelievable. He ran a marathon every day with like one leg and the prosthetic leg. That's unbelievable. Wait, he must have been, when I actually stop and think about that, he must have been one of the actual genuinely one of the best athletes of all time. And I'm not just saying that. That's amazing. And whoa, one of those rare moments where the whole country can agree on how amazing that was. That is amazing. And like, it's almost like a Canadian folk legend, hero. But it's not, that's not the right way to say it. It's not a folk legend, because it's true. This actually happened. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Terry Fox, I'm surprised, was not number 1 in this list of Canada's proudest achievements, what he did. This man should be on our passports and currency, never forget. Yeah, I don't think he ever will be forgotten. Truly. Even some American dude like me talks about him on the internet. So that's good. That's good. I'm sure he wouldn't really understand what the heck that means, but he'd be like, thank you. Now I have to get running. Bye. First thing I thought of, Terry Fox was our hero. Growing up in the 90s, I've stopped at his memorial statue a few times. One of my favorite spots. Wow. My kids are in elementary school. I'm happy to say they still learn about him. They do the Terry Fox run every year. Yeah, the Terry Fox runs. Yeah, I mean, another thing, I am still continually amazed that Americans don't know about Terry Fox. That truly is, for better or for worse, a Canadian thing. And I feel like Americans' minds would be blown by that story, the Terry Fox story. Mine was. Oh my gosh, yeah. I did a reaction to that a while back for the first time. Terry Fox. What else do we have? Vimy Ridge, Terry Fox. Terry Fox again. Vimy Ridge. What is Vimy Ridge? Vimy Ridge. Sounds like the name of a band. I think I've heard their songs. Vimy Ridge. No, it's actually the Battle of Vimy Ridge. Oh goodness. Was a Canadian military victory in World War I. It took place from April 9th to April 12th, 1917. Wow, this is definitely something Americans don't learn about. Canadian military conflicts and this military victory. It was on the Western Front in northern France. The battle was part of the larger Battle of Arras. Hold on. The Canadian Corps fought against 3 divisions of the German army. Oh my gosh, the battle is considered a defining moment for Canada as a young country. It is Canada's most celebrated military victory and a symbol of national pride and awareness. Wow. That's amazing. Oh man, I feel like I could learn so much more about that as well. That's probably a whole video, learning about the Battle of Vimy Ridge. That's amazing. Wow. Surprised Terry Fox isn't higher. True. I mean, he's number 2. Only second to Insulin. Yes. Which is, you know, Insulin, Terry Fox, both are incredibly substantial achievements in different ways, honestly, for Canada. So I am proud for both, vicariously for Canada. What else do we have here? No mention yet of the Canada Arm. I think this one's pretty amazing. The Canada Arm. That is the space thing, right? Canadarm. Canadarm. Canada-Arm. Canadarm. Yes, it's this, it goes on spaceships. It's a giant arm. It's kind of funny how, like, literal it is. It's very practical. It's a giant robot arm that you can put on a spaceship. And that sounds almost made up, but that's it. And it sounds simple, but I can't even imagine what went into researching and developing this. It's a really, really cool Canadian achievement. This giant arm. Oh my gosh. Canadarm, a series of robotic arms on the space shuttle orbiters. Wow. Yep. Very good. I think that's a great addition to this list of Canada's proudest achievements. Very good. And to add to this, it was super fun when Chris Hadfield, there's a proud Canadian achievement as well, birthing him, was on the ISS. He made some great videos for school kids and big kids. He's one of those guys you're proud is Canadian. Chris Hadfield. Yeah, that's a good one as well. Good to mention. Okay, what else do we have here? Teaching Canadians to question things with a hippo. Huh? I think this is referencing the house hippo, which, man, the house hippo, that's a Canadian thing, right? House hippo. It's a commercial house hippo. Yeah, I am depending on Google so much today to just tell me what on earth is going on when I read teaching Canadians to question things with a hippo. I just scratch my head and go, okay, what? The house hippo is a fictional species of hippopotamus. Oh, it's not real? But wait, it's not real. That was featured in a Canadian television public service announcement. Yeah, what was the PSA for? The PSA was created to encourage critical thinking and media literacy among children. Oh, now I see. The commercial shared realistic facts about house hippos. And the commercial kind of presented house hippos as being real and something they were actually reporting on, where in fact it was totally like fake, and everyone should have kind of realized that. And so the whole point was to increase critical thinking, to question what you're seeing if they're trying to if the thing they're trying to show you is that there are tiny little hippos. I was very sad when I learned that those are in fact not real. Oh. That was an amazing commercial. I think everyone wanted a house hippo after seeing that. Truly, everyone would. It's like how sometimes people like to get those little tiny pigs, that people think are cute until they grow up into giant pigs. Then I don't know what you do with them. But it'd kind of be like that. You'd have a cute little house hippo. I don't know what you'd do if it grew into a full hippo. But we need more ads like this, especially for adults cruising the internet. Yeah. I loved the house hippo. It's such a good TV campaign. Wow, they don't make stuff like that anymore. I can't even think of what the American equivalent to that would be. The house hippo just seems like this iconic Canadian commercial all Canadians know about, but I don't know how old it is. Maybe it's about time they reran that thing on Canadian TV. Why not? Vimy Ridge. Okay, once again, Vimy Ridge. Lester B. Peterson solved the Suez Crisis and won the Nobel Peace Prize. Wait, Lester B. Peterson, then as Prime Minister, brought in universal health care, the CPP and student loans, kept Canada out of Vietnam, instituted peacekeeping forces, reformed immigration to not be based on race and country of origin. He was only Prime Minister 5 years. I didn't even remember Lester B. Pearson as a Prime Minister of Canada, but my God, what a list of accomplishments. Certainly a Canadian to be proud of. Lester B. Pearson? He won a Nobel Peace Prize? That's kind of a big deal. Okay, and there he is. Man, what else did he do? He solved the Suez Crisis. What is the Suez Crisis? I'm doing a lot of learning today. My goodness. I've never said, what is the insert Canadian historical event here so many times. The Suez Crisis was a military and political confrontation in Egypt in 1956. Okay. When Israeli forces pushed into Egypt towards the Suez Canal, and he solved that crisis. Wow. Sounds like a big deal. Honestly, that's amazing. Very good addition. Very good one. The Canadian Caper. The Canadian Caper. Is this a Canadian superhero, or did he kidnap people, or did he use his caping skills for good? Okay, I'll stop. The rescue by the Canadian government and the CIA of 6 American diplomats who had evaded capture during the seizure of the United States Embassy? I'm sorry, what? He rescued with the Canadian government and CIA, he rescued 6 American diplomats. Why have I not heard of this? Wait. Why haven't I heard of the Great Canadian Caper? It's a hostage situation. What? Yes, yes. Oh, it's the name of a hostage situation. What? Oh, here's some Americans. Hey, here we go. This is kind of nice. Here's some Americans holding up a sign. Thank you, Canada, for sending your superhero. No, the Canadian Caper was a joint covert rescue by the Canadian government. Oh, it's not a person named the Canadian Caper. I'm kind of sad to learn. I wish it was a Canadian superhero, but it was the Canadian government working with the CIA of 6 American diplomats who had evaded capture? Wait. Rescue. It was rescue of 6 American diplomats. Got it. Wow. Thank you, Canada. Sincerely. It's kind of sad that I didn't know about this. Americans should know about this kind of stuff. Especially if Canada is directly aiding the United States and saving American lives. See, that's what's kind of sad sometimes, thinking about how little Americans kind of appreciate this stuff. Just because it wasn't done by America. Wasn't done by Americans. We needed help. It was such a good rescue that the US tried to claim the glory for themselves in a film with Ben Affleck. Really? That's what Argo is about. Never seen that. Man, that is kind of annoying, actually. I don't know about Most Glorious, but it made me pretty damn proud that Jean Chrétien didn't buy into America's BS story about WMDs and kept us out of that war. What war are we talking about? I don't know what war we're talking about, but if Jean Chrétien kept Canada out of a BS war, I am happy for Canada, truly. And you know what? These have been really, really good, actually. Like, I am quite pleased with what the Canadians in this discussion came up with, because, it's a pretty loaded question. What are the proudest, most glorious achievements in all of Canadian history? And I think a lot of Canadian individuals and Canadian events that were really, really substantial were mentioned here in this discussion, and I really enjoyed learning about it. I feel like this is something Americans in general should learn more about, so I guess I'm happy to do my part, and yeah, I sincerely enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like, or leave a comment, perhaps with your opinion on what you think is one of Canada's proudest achievements. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.